Hey guys, Dave from Nerdarchy, for nerds by nerds, hanging out with this nerd.
Nerdarchy Ted.
The Lord of Dead Dreams. This warlock's going to give you nightmares.
Jump down the description below where you can sign up for Nerdarchy, the newsletter. Get weekly gaming tips as well as learn how to game with Nerdarchy.
Alright, we're doing a bit of a remix today. A while back, we did a video, and it was Warlock's Gangsta Up here in this Fey Haunt, right? So this is one of our terrible terrains where we kind of come up with a scenario, what you might expect from the landscape, and villains in that area, and how you might kind of like run with it in your game.
Right.
And the idea was there was a warlock, a Fey Pack warlock that was, kidnapping people so he could steal their dreams. And then he was basically taking those dreams and sending them back to the Feywild where Fey lords and ladies would kind of use them to get high.
So we decided, what else could we do with that? How can we stretch this out? How can we do more with it?
And what we did was send it to Sean McGovern and said, what do you get out of this? And he basically did a remix on it. He took our ideas, distilled what we had put in that video, and turned it into something that you guys can put right in your game. And it's really cool. So, he came up with this crazy fun storyline about this god of ogres who has many children, and he kind of highlighted a few of them, but one in particular would become the one that would be our dream czar, if you would.
Right. So we have Jarvis, and we had talked in the other one about this being an Oni, an Ogre Magi, if you will. And this character is a spawn of, a scion of this god. And, he's got this pact with these dark fae in order for him to, kind of keep his long life even further long-lived.
Well, he's actually trying to seek back his divinity as well.
That's true. And in doing so, he made this pact with these dark fae, and that ties the story of why an ogre is working for the fae. He's got all these magical powers that ogre magi tend to have, and he's able to use them and be able to capture people and extract their dreams.
But he gets help. So, so it's actually Jarvis, the Lord of Dead Dreams is his full title. And there's also the daughters of Jarvis, right? So he's gone about and he's spawned these creatures.
So we've got the Onabari, or Onabara, however you want to pronounce it.
Well, we kind of own it and we made it up, so we can say however we want now.
That is true.
So what is the correct pronunciation?
The Onabara.
There you go.
So the Onabara are these halfling-sized female pseudo-butterfly-looking creatures that if they freeze in their movements and shape their wings just so, they can look like really tall flowers. And, people will come and investigate, and they have the ability to breathe ever so gently upon them and put people to sleep.
With their sleep motes. Now this would probably even work on elves because I don't believe it's magic. It's more of a poison.
Right.
So now if you have resistance or immunity to poison, this wouldn't affect you. But it's a poison, so breathing it in, we can even capture the dreams of elves.
So these Onibara go ahead and put people to sleep. They bring them to their Lord and Father Master, call him what you will, and he puts them in the device that rips the psyche of their memories, of their emotions, and distills it down into this droplets of this dream essence. And the Fey lords and ladies that he brings it to use this as their drug to experience the emotions of others without any real, harm and risk to themselves.
Now, part of the story is, though, no matter how many they capture, there is one that he doesn't do this to. He always saves one.
So he's an ogre. I mean, he might be an ogre magi, but he's still an ogre. So when he looks at a group of individuals, he tries to use his magic, his skills, to be like, which one of them is gonna taste the best? And because if you extract the emotions and the dreams out of things, it just takes away all the flavor. So he saves one to just eat himself.
Yeah, and also, he has a special magic item as well that he carries with him because he doesn't exist merely in one place.
So if you're gonna go around and turn people into essentially fantasy vegetables because they no longer have emotions and memories, you're gonna want to be able to travel. So he's got his own kind of like instant fortress that he carries around with him as a present from his Fey masters. And he's got this acorn, the seed of
Foul Arbor.
Foul arbor, thank you. And he can plant it in the ground. It's got to be at least a foot deep. And in doing so, it springs forth his fortress that inside is this dream extractor.
Yeah, now the fortress, if you will, is a building made completely of wood. It kind of grows up, also includes a throne that he sits upon, and it is his hall of the Dark Arbor. So there's also a portal inside to go to the Feywild, or the realm of the fairies, if you would. Also, he can mentally control everything in there, the vines and the branches and things like that. So fighting him in his domain is going to be challenging. Or he can just use it to hang up his cloak or hold his drink or turn the pages in a book for him as need be. Because, hey, he may be an ogre and he may eat people and he may steal their dreams, but the guy's got class.
He's going to be a gangster.
Yeah. So he's living kind of large. Now,
no, literally, his size is large.
That is true. So, and also, Sean goes even further to detail, the two mistresses and master from the Feywild as well.
So you could be able to use them. There's going to be far more, rich lore and stuff that we're not going to get into. There's, a multi-page adventure in using this, the Onibara and Jaris, and how to go and make this into a full session.
Yeah, so we on the Fey side of things, you have full and a sneer, the satyr of the night. You have the mistress of curses, as well as the queen of fallen leaves. All of them have their own stories are really cool. They're very interesting. If you want to see an example of Sean's work that he's doing for us for free, head over to the Nerdarchy store. There'll be a link in the description, and you can get Apicium, Curator of Souls, as a free download from our store. But this is going to be an actual Patreon reward over on the Nerdarchy Patreon. It's coming out next month. So if you're seeing this before the 1st, you have up until that time to sign up as a Patreon, and you can get the full write-up, the full thing. It's like 14 pages or something along those lines. And, depending on what level you go into. But you can check out our Patreon and see what the different levels are. But the whole write-up that Sean has done for us, we've broken up into our Friend or Foe, our Mage Forge, our Monster Menagerie.
Terrible Terrain. And if you want it all, including art, the Lost Lore is going to be the place to go.
Yeah, so he did a fantastic job. It's a lot of fun. I'll also link in the original video so you can see where Sean took his ideas from. So go check that out and let us know what you think. We got a place where you can do it down in the comments below. While you're at it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
And as Dave says, go and check out nerdarchy.com.
So until next time,
stay nerdy.